All right, here's my recommendations for podcasting gear. So the first thing you need is a little mixer. I personally like the Yamaha MG series because they have this built-in compression. They're very cheap. It's actually cheaper than the Behringer counterpart, and it's nice and big, so it's not too cramped, not too compact. You have those nice little on buttons that light up when you press them. It has 6 preamps, so you can plug in 6 microphones, 6 compressors here. So what a compressor does, if your volume is too low, it's going to turn it up, and if the volume is too high, it's going to turn it down. So this is what gives you this big radio sound and avoids too much dynamics. Then you have phantom power. So if you're using condenser mics like I'm doing here, you need phantom power. Then you have the 3-band EQ here, which has a little higher frequencies than usual. It's a little easier to EQ your voice with that, in my opinion. Then you have 2 separate buses here, the stereo out bus in red and the group 1-2 bus in gray. And what this allows you to do is have separate mixes for each output. I personally like to have the stereo out go to the broadcast and recording, and group 1-2 is going out to the little speakers. So I just enable it for the music and jingles and Skype calls, whatever. Those all go to the speakers, but microphones don't, because, you know, it's feedbacky and that kind of thing. So how do you hook it up? You simply plug in your microphone in this channel, turn up the compression. You just plug in your co-host mics in there. You know, again, each one has its own compression knob. I like to have my Skype output. You can use like a netbook with a line out and line in. Just plug the line out into the mixer. For the line in, you know what the Skype caller hears, you just use the aux sense and turn it up on every channel except the channel where the Skype call goes into. So this way the Skype caller is gonna hear what the audience hears, but he's not gonna hear himself feedbacking and echoing and this kind of thing. So this is very useful for that. For music, you can just plug in your iPod in a separate channel. I recommend using a compressor if you want to have ducking. If you don't have the ducking, it's going to get very loud because you have to yell over the music. So what the compressor does is it detects when people are talking and automatically turns down the music. For this to work, you need a compressor with a sidechain input. And you just turn up every channel except the music channel. And you just turn it up and feed that into the sidechain. So the compressor will see, oh, someone's talking. I'm going to turn down the music. And this works very well. Here's some settings used by those big radio stations. This basically gives you this nice radio ducking effect. So the music just ducks your voices. And yeah, here's another channel for your promos and jingles and that kind of stuff. So on your mixer, you have all your channels here, your host, co-host mics, your Skype call. So broadcasting, I just take the main out and go right into the audio interface you're using for your recording into Audacity or GarageBand or whatever you're using. Then you have your rec out. That's the same signal as the stereo out, but it ignores the fader level. I like to use that for backup recording, you know, software crashes and that kind of stuff. And VHS recorders are good for that because many people have them. You can get them for free. People will love you for taking their old VHS recorder. And it can hold up to 4 hours on one tape. Then you have another set of main outs. This one you can stick into your live broadcast if you're doing the kind of thing. For Stickam, Ustream, Shoutcast. There's monitor outs. This one I suggest you plug your headphones amp to if you have more than one host. And you have the group 1-2 out, which I like to put on my speakers. Then here's a selection of good dynamic broadcasting mics. Depending on your budget, you might want to choose this one over the other. Or depending on your voice, one's going to be a little better than the other ones. Here's condenser microphones. I personally prefer those, but you need a little more soundproofing in your room, and you're gonna hear a little more computer fan noise because those microphones pick up a lot of ambient noise. So that's it.